many of you have seen Byron Hurt's, what's it called? Beyond Beats and Rhymes on PBS. I can hardly see, but I see that some of you have your hands up. I highly recommend it, and I'm sure we all agree. It's a really useful documentary for hip-hop fans, for parents, grandparents of hip-hop fans. And one of the reasons why I find it so useful is because a lot of times the discussions around gender and hip-hop usually focus on women and the representation of women in videos. And that's definitely a conversation that needs to happen, but that oftentimes there are these two positions. Is it sexist? Is it not? And one side says yes, the other one says no, and the debate sometimes just stays there, and it's just little details around the same argument. But what Byron Hurt did in his documentary is actually try to explain how masculinity is being constructed in general in society. Why do black men think of black manhood in a certain way, and how is it being put across through hip-hop? And from that lens is that he gets at some of these other issues of representation of women in videos, but the basic question is, for the documentary, what does it mean to be a black man in the United States for the hip-hop generation? And some of the many issues that the documentary touches on is how masculinity and power are so linked, and not just black masculinity. He also does a really good job at just not even just framing the obsession of the hip-hop generation in terms of the previous generations, in terms of African Americans, but just looking at how power and masculinity, violence and masculinity, has been an ongoing phenomenon in terms of the United States, and has been like that for as long as the United States has been. So it's really useful to ask ourselves, why is manhood defined as you have to conquer? You have to conquer the odds, you have to get the money, you have to get the women, you have to be the most powerful man. So in relationship to other men, in relationship to women, in relationship to material possessions,